right, everybody. Welcome to Mid America Dirt. I'm Skip, and I am pleased to be joined by Jon Kirby. Man, I've been looking forward to talking to you for a while. Hey, let's start off with a WPS. How about that?
We're Pig City, man. We're Pig City. So yeah, for sure.
So you were in Omaha yesterday for you were there for history in the making.
I was. We got a wild hair about Friday that we wanted to drive up and watch a game, and I probably jinxed us because when we decided we were going to go, we couldn't make it for Saturday, but we thought, well, surely we're going to be in the winners bracket. So we bought tickets on Monday to the winners bracket. And of course, they lost on Saturday. And I told all my friends, I was like, yeah, I jinxed this. There's no doubt. But we were able to sell those tickets and get tickets for the 1 o'clock game yesterday, and was there. It was amazing. So
Heck yeah, it was. And for people who don't know, Gage Wood, uh, a kid from Batesville,
yep,
which John and I both know really well because I'm from just north of Batesville a little ways. He pitched a 19. He got 19 strikeouts on his way to a no hitter,
that's right.
and
19
I think
strikeouts.
that's the first one since when, like 1960.
1960 is what they said. There's only been two: 1950, 1960, and now
1960.
this one. So.
Yeah. So, man, lucky dog. That's
I
awesome,
know,
man.
man. I felt really fortunate. We didn't want to
Uh,
leave, but there was supposed to be weather today, so we just decided to come on
oh,
back.
it is. It is. It's rolling in. Fortunately, right. Last time I looked, I had the lead, but uh, yeah, it's not looking good. I think we're fixing to get hammered here in Northeast Oklahoma too. But anyways, well, let's talk about you, man. How long have you been racing?
So I started. Okay, you're gonna learn one thing about me tonight, and that is my date knowledge, or my I don't know something. I feel like something's wrong with my brain, but I don't know. I struggle with how many years ago or whatever. But I started right out of high school. I graduated in 1991, so somewhere around the 92 time frame. Haven't raced continuously since then, but that's when I got started and quit a couple times in between, and been back here since. Yeah, here I go again. 2021, maybe 2020, 2021. So
Okay, are you a first generation racer? Or is it come? I mean, are you? Is it in the family?
my my dad, I think he piddled with race cars when he was younger. I don't think he ever drove, but he mechanicked on some. But I'd say I'm pretty much a first generation. I mean, like I said, dad was involved a little, but it's not like I grew up watching him race or anything like that.
What did you start out in?
So first car was a street stock at Centerville, which is a local track here, just 20 minutes south of Russellville. Um, yeah, street stock is what I started racing. So had some gentlemen that worked with us, helped me build a car and weld a frame in it, and bought a motor, and that's how we got started. So.
Yeah, you just always racing at center rail, or you take it around the state?
I started at Centerville for a while, and we pretty quickly moved, or not moved, but we started racing at Crawford County Speedway, and then a little bit at Tri-State. So I raced a year, almost a full year at Crawford County Speedway, if I remember right. A couple races at Tri-State. We tried to do the Spooker at a couple, and then went pretty fast into a late model. Got into a late model way too early. Didn't have the money or the financial resources to be doing it. I had everything. I mean, I was a 22-year-old kid, and had a late model, and ended up crashing it at Batesville and basically just destroying it, and had no money to fix it. And I just thought, this is dumb. So that was one of my first exits.
Yeah,
Just
I
didn't have
got
the
you. I'm
money.
quickly learning. I'm quickly learning how expensive it is to have a late model. I mean, it's not like average Joe off the street ain't gonna go, hook up with a top competing at least late model, right? I mean,
Oh
it's
no,
it's
yeah,
costly.
yeah, and it just depends, I guess, on what level you want to go. Every time you step up, from local to regional to obviously the national guys are, obviously they're just, yeah, they're spending a lot of money. So, which
You
we
run
are
a lot
too.
with those national guys.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
I've seen it. I
oh
mean, I
yeah,
watched you down at Votto, man. I was rooting for you over there. I mean,
well,
that was.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we've found a little bit of speed this year. We're still this year's been odd because of all the rain. I mean, I think I heard
I
someone
know.
say the other day there's been 15 comp cam races maybe so far, and Mother Nature's gotten 10 of them. I mean, we just haven't gotten to
Well, I
race.
mean, I'm just 10 minutes west of Arrowhead, and I was super stoked about that Comcam race that was coming over here,
Yeah,
and then it got rained out. I'm like, man, that
yeah,
sucks.
yeah. We
I
even
mean, it's just,
had one winded out. I'd never been blown out before, but yeah,
oh yeah, over
the
in
winds at
Tulsa.
Tulsa, yeah, was forecasted to be
Hey,
70 miles an hour. So
listen, I walked out the door that morning, out of my door, and looked west, and almost got knocked down by the wind on my porch. I mean, it was that bad.
yeah,
I mean, it was horrible. But yeah, I
yeah,
couldn't believe it. It was
yeah.
bad.
It was crazy. I think maybe it was Billy Morgan, a couple of those guys. I think they spent the night there the night before at the racetrack at Tulsa. They just drove up, and the next night was Springfield. And I was talking to a couple of those guys. And like, oh, it was real. We were worried sitting in the toter, thought we were going to get blown away. So
Yeah, I believe it. Now I did go to the one at Springfield was the next night, I think.
yeah, yeah. I
That's
think it
when
was.
Warrior was leading up till that like the last caution, and then Cope went around him
Yeah, yeah,
and got the win. I like that little racetrack up there at Springfield, man. That's a fun track. How
yeah.
you
It
like
is.
running on it?
I like it a lot. I like it a lot. It carries a lot of speed. You don't really slow down, enter the corner at that racetrack, or don't have to. You can usually time in there without lifting if your car's decent, and so yeah, it's a fun track. It races pretty well. So
I know I was sitting. This is my first time there. I noticed on like one and two, the berm or the top, the cushion up at the top is like really thick. I saw a modified take off and head toward the wall. I'm thinking, man, this guy's gonna absolutely nail that wall. And he just stopped in that
yeah,
cushion.
yeah. It's like when he preps the track. He's got his grader, and then the last little bit he just builds in his berm there, and I've hit that a couple of times by accident. It cost me a couple spots. So.
What kind of chassis you running?
Longhorn. We've been in a Longhorn for the last couple of years now. We raced a Rocket. When I first got back in 2020, we were in a Rocket, and uh, I guess 2 years ago we bought our first Longhorn, and then bought another one this past winter. So
What kind of power you got under the hood there?
I've got I got two Clements motors and then one
Ooh,
Durham motor. So
okay, okay. And so you're just running comp cams. Is that what you're running?
I mean I follow them
Are you full
mostly.
time?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't missed a race yet. I was actually gonna miss. We had a trip to the Dominican Republic already on the books, and we're gonna miss that Texarkana weekend, but it got rained out. So fortunate there, I guess. But I mean, I always tell people I don't really points race. I like to race when I want to race, but um, this year I mean, there's only been five. We've been able to make them all,
Right.
but like I said, we were scheduled to be out of town that weekend, or we were out of town, but the race got canceled, so kind of kept me, going. And I'll race, with Chris and Jack and Ernie now, and I, for until I can't, So
Right. Right. All right. So first fan question is, what is your favorite track to run on? No matter where it is, no matter what the travel time, if you could just be there and run on it, what's your favorite track?
um, I mean, I guess I'd have to say Eldora. I've only been there one time, but just the history and heritage at Eldora was awesome, and just saying that I was able to go and it being such a great track. I was horrible. I mean, I come in, I come in, and I felt like I never lifted. I was like, guys, how was it? I was so eager to hear because I felt like I made the first lap or two around there just like I thought I needed to. I come in, I think I was like 1.5 seconds off the pace, and I never got out of the throttle. And I'm thinking, holy cow, like what? This place is its own beast. So uh, just the way it is, I guess. But yeah, it's a great track, obviously. So
Yeah, I mean, we went up there for the Dream. I hadn't been up there since like '91, and man, what an experience!
yeah,
I mean, that crowd, watching that crowd rush, cheer for Josh Rice. I mean that. Wow, that was amazing, man. People love an underdog, and he was for sure the underdog in that. Probably, I don't know why. I mean, I think he's one of the best drivers in the country, but I mean, the crowd was super excited.
Oh yeah, I bet so. I mean, he obviously he's very talented. I guarantee he's the best regional driver in the country. I mean, he could race with those guys all the time, I guess, if he wanted to. But that was neat to witness and watch. So,
Yeah, yeah, it really was. So, what? I mean, do you have a home track? What's your home track now? Is like $2 your home track? I asked Jeff this the other day. Yeah, I know
yeah,
y'all are from the same area.
we are. So I don't guess I really have a home track. I mean, Centerville obviously is the closest to my home, and I've raced there a handful of times. But back when I had the street stock the most, back 30 years ago. So when we got our steel block car back in 2020 and started again, we raced quite a bit at $2 motor, Plumberville, and uh, had some good success there. Won a few races there. So that's my second closest track. But I mean, if I had to pick a home, like what I count, as our Arkansas track, it would be Batesville.
Yeah,
I'm again, it's not one of my better tracks. I don't feel like I always seem to struggle, but I love going there. I love being a part of Batesville. Mooney does a awesome job and just promoting it, and makes you feel welcome to be there. And just grew up going to the topless, watching, and then
absolutely. Yeah,
now being able to race in it, it's a pretty special deal. So.
I'm okay. Let me ask you this question. I ask everybody this: how awesome is it to drive a race car?
Man, I don't really have words. It's amazing. It's it's almost a little bit of an unreal feeling. Like I tell everybody, I just wish everyone could experience driving or even riding in a dirt late model. Haven't raced a lot of things, but I've raced a little asphalt car before, a little Ford Spec Racer Ford. I took a little ride in one of those Richard Petty experiences in an asphalt car. I mean, and both were racing and exciting, but I just feel like dirt late model just brings a whole nother element to it for some reason that it's undescribable. It really is. So.
That's cool, man. That's a good answer, and that's going to be your promo video right there. Hey, if you could tell anybody, like tell fans, let's say you met somebody on the street that had never been to a dirt track race in their entire life. I mean, tell me something that you would tell them to try to explain how awesome it is.
uh, I think it's just it's not like NASCAR. I mean, it's what I mean. I'm a redneck. I grew up in Arkansas my whole life. I mean, this is what racing should be like. It's raw emotion. It's fun. It's family oriented. I don't know. It's where you can take your family and go spend a night and see normal people like you and me out. They're working their excuse my French, working their asses off on these cars and
Hmm.
getting out there trying to drive them. And it's a neat experience that I don't think you get in any other really sport in the country.
Yeah, I was talking to Colin about that last night. They let me come up to Monette and this last weekend, Monette up in Missouri, that
Yeah.
speedway, and I got to hang out with them in the pits, him and Chris Hawkins, and I saw how hard you guys
Uh,
work. I
yeah.
mean,
I don't.
just at the track, that's not to mention what you do during the week to get ready to go.
Yeah,
I
I don't, I
mean,
don't, I don't think people understand, how much of a involvement you have to have in the off week. Everybody washes their car every week for the most part. You bring them in, you break them apart. It's all about the amount of time you spend under one with a tape measure and just checking everything, when you relax on that, anytime you think, well, I don't probably need to do that this week, it'll bite you in the butt, something will fail, you know, I don't know, things just break on these things. It's just what they do. They're under a lot of stress but yeah, we work hard throughout the week and then at the racetrack, man, some night it's kind of weird because some nights are kind of easy, you know, when you qualify
You're
well and you
on.
run the first of your heat and you go out in the feature, it feels kind of like you're not even working that night. But you get behind a little bit or have a little bit of damage or something on the car, and it takes 3 or 4 people sometimes. I mean, you just never look up from trying to get this thing back together and get it ready to go back on the racetrack. So
Right, right. I'm going to ask you this, and I've asked everybody, what's more important to you? I think I'm already going to know the answer, but what do you think is more important, the setup, suspension setup, or the engine, the motor?
definitely the suspension setup. I think you can win in any motor. It might not be the easiest thing to do, and let's face it, especially in the summer on our little tracks around Arkansas and Oklahoma and Missouri and Tennessee, even. I mean, we're detuning these things. A lot of times we're detuning them to qualify. You know, we're putting restrictors in. We're doing something to take some power away because there's just not enough traction there to support the power that we are making. Uh, Now, I'm not saying power doesn't have. It's not. It's your friend, you know, when you need it. They've got it wet and rained
Right.
out with a water truck. I mean, you need all the motor you can get plus a little bit more. But uh, a smart racer can free his car up enough with a small motor to time in decent, and then when it comes feature time, he doesn't have to detune. He's making, you know, about the right amount of horsepower possibly. Uh, so I definitely think it's all about suspension and tuning.
Okay. Also, what is your favorite size? Do you have a favorite size track? You like little bull ring quarter miles? Do you like 3/8? Do you like the really big ones, half miles? What's your favorite?
I feel like I race better on a small, boring style track just because that's how I started. You know, we don't get a ton of time and practice on bigger tracks. You know, we went to Vado. That's a decent size 3/8 mile. Obviously, Batesville's a decent size 3/8 mile. We race on some. But I feel like just I'm a little more comfortable on a stop and go bull ring, you know, get up on the wheel. And even though I don't drive, you know, I don't consider myself a throttle smasher. I mean, I want it to be slick and slow usually. That's my comfort zone of where I think I do the best. But uh, I enjoy running them all. I don't guess I have a favorite, but I feel like, you know, I probably do better on the smaller oriented track on a regular basis.
Well, I told my wife now I don't race on them. I just watch them, but I've not met a dirt track I didn't like yet.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah, they've all got their little characteristics, and there's some I
Hmm.
like better than others, but I don't dislike any of them. So
For a fan, some facilities are better than others, but I mean, if you're an old race fan, I mean, you kind of know what you're going to expect when you go to a racetrack. Then you get surprised when you go to, Wheeling
yeah, yeah, for sure.
by what that's like.
Yeah,
Uh, now I've seen Kirby name on at least one car. So do you also sponsor cars?
I don't really. I help Jeff some, not really a ton financially. I had some Penske shocks that he's running or has ran in the past. We do more bouncing off each other. I mean, I've given him some spare parts in the past and things, but I don't support him financially a ton. But we do work together a lot, and uh, he's really about the only one. I mean, of course, I'm like every other racer. That's one good thing about racing is, you know, we get to a racetrack and you break something. I feel like I could walk up to anybody in the pits that I race with, and they'd give me their car if they thought it'd help me, you know, and that's a pretty special deal. And I'm
Yeah,
that same way. I mean, if I have something that somebody needs, I mean, I want them to take it, you know, and of course they'll
yeah.
always pay me back or give it back to me the next week or 2 weeks from then or whenever. But that's pretty neat camaraderie. Even though we're out there, you know, racing against each other hard, everybody gets along pretty decent. You know, I mean, I'm sure there's some people you wouldn't want to go
I,
ask, but
I've heard some stories, but
yeah,
yeah.
for the
So
most
what is
part.
Kirby Specialties?
So we're a construction company. My dad
Okay,
started. It's a family-owned construction business. My brother and I uh, own now and run together. So
okay. In
that's
Central
what I do.
Arkansas, that's
Yeah,
your
it's in
area.
Arkansas. Well, we actually travel quite a bit. we do a lot of out of state work. Even one of our bigger foods is our sorry bigger customers is Tyson Foods. We travel quite a bit of
Okay.
work, do quite a bit of work for them, just all over the country, really, mostly in the
Okay.
southeast, mid south. So
Okay. Do you have any merch? I tried to find you online. It was hard for me to find you.
yeah,
So do
I
you
don't.
have social media?
I do not. I've got an Instagram page, but I don't really put any of my. I mean, if I'm out here one Sunday or something after I wash my car, I might take a picture or something and post on Instagram. But I just don't
John,
keep up with
John,
social
you
media
got to get on the
presence.
TikTok, man.
I
You
know.
got
I
to get on the
know.
TikTok.
Well, I
I
actually
listen.
I
When I
do. I
started doing
do.
this, when I
Uh,
started doing this, my kids are like, "Dad, you've got to get a TikTok." And I said, "I ain't gonna get no TikTok. I want that. I want TikTok banned." But you got to get a TikTok. So I went on TikTok and I looked, and I mean, it's just absolutely full of racing stuff.
right.
And I'm like, I don't want to get rid of TikTok. What are you talking about? I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, here in the last month or so, my girlfriend's daughter told me the same thing. She's like, they were giving me a hard time because I'm watching Instagram reels and they're like 4 months old or something, and I bring something up, and they're like, oh yeah, that was on TikTok, 4 months ago. You got to get TikTok. So I have since downloaded TikTok. I just don't put any content out there of my own. So I'm one of those closet guys. I like to look, but I just never have gotten into the,
I
you
I
know,
mean, I still don't know how to make those cool videos. The kids are supposed to
right,
do that for me, right?
right.
Make all these cool videos that everybody's making. I'll just
Yeah.
like get on there and talk or something. And I'm sure
Right.
it's people are like, this is boring.
Man, it is what it is. You're having a good time doing it.
Do you have merch?
I do have some shirts that I had made back 3 or 4 years ago. I ordered quite a few. I still got a few. Man, I'm almost embarrassed to say this too, but I think uh, I've maybe sold 2 T-shirts since I've been racing. If somebody comes
Has it
up and
got
wants a
that car
shirt,
on it?
huh?
Has
Yeah,
it
it's
got
Jon
that
Kirby
car on
Racing.
it?
I just
Well,
I just give them.
I'm gonna have to get
I
my
just
hands on one of them.
I just hand them out. If somebody come up and wants a T-shirt, I mean, literally, I think I might have sold 3 or 4 the whole time. I've probably given 50 or 100 away, but I don't know. I don't even like the whole marketing idea. I guess I just feel like
Hey,
I don't know how to explain it. I mean,
I
I'd
do
love
like
for
that shirt.
everybody in the
Is that?
country to have a John Kirby shirt, but I don't think anybody really wants one. So,
Oh man,
uh, I
everybody wants
just
to get. Matter of fact, is that front of Jeff Aiken's shirt you got on
it
there?
is. I'm wearing Jeff's Aiken. Yep, yep.
Yeah, I've got to get one of those too, and I want one of yours also. So I'm gonna
He
have
makes
to.
a His shirts are a little cooler than mine. Mine are. I'm gonna have to get somebody to help me design something a little better than what I did. So
Yeah. Oh, I mean that's an artwork right there, man. Racing T-shirts.
it is. It
I mean,
is.
I'm a huge racing T-shirt fan. I've got a bunch of them, and I just can't have enough of
Right. I get it. I get it.
them. One of these days, I once when I saw that car the first time, I thought, man, he's from Russellville. I wonder if he picked those colors for a reason. I wonder
You
if there's
know,
a reason he picked those colors.
I like red. I've always liked red. I've always not always for the most part I've always had a red car. I drive a red truck. I wear my red hog hat. I don't know. I just like red. So
Man, did you see that? Man, I forgot what race that truck, that NASCAR truck. Did you see the Razorback School of Engineer, Arkansas School of Engineering?
I did. I did. Now that you said that, I've kind of
We
forgotten about it, but I did see that.
we need to get you up to Fayetteville and have a word with the School of Engineering up there
No, yeah, for
and
sure.
see if we can get a hog on that thing, man.
Get some sponsorship on this thing. That'd be awesome.
Heck yeah, heck yeah, that'd be a great World 100 scheme right there, man.
Oh man, yeah, it would. Woo pig.
Yeah, it would. You talk about selling some T-shirts, man.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
mean, they would fly off the shelves for sure on that one. But all right, man. Well, hey, I ain't gonna keep you on here any longer. Hopefully, I get to talk to you again sometime soon. Uh, I know you don't have any social media, so I'm not gonna link that in the bio.
Okay.
But
I may get I may get some one day. I don't know. You may
well, you
may
when you get something, let me know, and I'll put it in the link in the description of this video. I can go back and put it on there. But yeah, man, I mean, when Jeff said You want me to see if I can get John to talk to you? I said, yeah, I get to see if you can get John to talk to me. I love to talk to that dude, man. I love
I
that car.
appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I
So,
do. I love that car. What's up next for you before we get off here?
uh, I'm kind of jealous of all these guys out running the summer nationals. I wish I was there racing with them a little bit, but we just haven't made the commitment to go. I really don't know for sure. I think we might try to hit that race at Muskogee, the Ross Memorial or
Oh, the Eli
Hayden
Ross
Ross.
Memorial or the Hayden Ross
Hayden
Memorial.
Ross,
Yeah.
yeah. We may try to do that. I got one guy that helps me all the time that's going to be out of town, but I think I'd have enough help. So I think that might be next. So comp's off for a few weeks still. So
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, if you're going down there, I'm definitely going to that race. I've been thinking
okay,
about it anyway. But I mean, if you and Jeff and some of you, I know a lot of those guys I've talked to already are going down there, so I may have to
yeah,
hit that up.
that's kind of my tentative plan right now is to probably go there. So
Okay. All right. Well, John, man, hey, thanks for coming on here and talking to me. I know how important your time is to you, and hopefully I get to talk to you again here soon.
absolutely, I appreciate you having me and enjoyed it and good to talk to you.
Yep, WPS to you, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. See you.